Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jozie Kumm. Dozens of firefighters from around the Siouxland area spent their weekend learning and practicing what to do when commercial vehicles get into major accidents. It's our top story at 5:30. Starting on Friday, firefighters got to working honing their skills on how to free people from vehicles like school buses and semis. All the vehicles were supplied by Stockton Towing. The final day of the training ending with fire departments teaming up on a multi-vehicle accident between a semi, school bus, and a concrete mixer. And three vehicles. Lamar's assistant fire chief says it's not often that they train on commercial vehicles.
We do not get this a whole lot, so it is very valuable for everybody to hone their skills a little bit and get their hands on and actually see how these things cut apart. And they're not like regular vehicles, so because you're going to have the height difference on the semis, a school bus is also higher and bigger tires.
Fire departments from Hinton, Sioux City, and even Sioux Falls attended the training event. Coming up at 10, KCAU9 news reporter Tyler Euchner goes into more details about how important this training is for the firefighters. The West Des Moines Historical Society and the city are celebrating this weekend. Griffin Wright has more from West Des Moines about their first annual Heritage Jubilee.
The West Des Moines Historical Society wanted to do something big to celebrate 175 years since construction began on the historic Jordan House, which is where the idea to host a Heritage Jubilee celebration was born.
If you don't remember history, you're doomed to repeat it. Isn't that how the saying goes? And there's a lot of history to be proud of. And here at the Jordan House, while we focus primarily on the Underground Railroad, which is amazing history, there are a lot of other stories to be told. So this is just the first part of reaching out to a lot of community groups and trying to offer them the opportunity to tell their stories.
The celebration had live music, crafts, heritage vendors, and demonstrations, all things to help put the Jordan House's long history on display. People streamed in all afternoon long to check out and enjoy one of Iowa's oldest landmarks, hopefully starting a new tradition to add to the history books.
I'm absolutely thrilled that we have this turnout, and we hope to make this an annual event. So we really want this to be an introduction to the community of the amazing Legacy Woods project that's next door, and the opportunities are endless.
All right, we're checking back in with meteorologist Taylor King. How's the forecast looking?
So we're still seeing that cold front making its way through the area. We're going to be seeing potentially some scattered showers, associated with this cold front as it's lifting up all of that warm air left in that warm sector. Current temperatures right now, we are seeing those 80s slowly receding more off towards the east, and so 70s and 60s are continuing to make their way into central Siouxland. Taking a quick glance at the next 12 hours, though, we're going to continue to see those temperatures kind of dive down into the 60s, and then eventually by tomorrow morning we'll be hanging out in the upper and mid 40s. So it's going to be a little bit chilly tonight, and again, we do have those scattered showers to look out for, Josie.
Well, thank you, Taylor. Saturday was Joni Ernst's 10th annual Roast and Ride. It started off when the Big Barn Harley-Davidson in Des Moines. Then a fleet of motorcycles cruised over to the Iowa State Fairgrounds for a barbecue. Plenty of high-ranking Republicans joined the ride, including Governor Kim Reynolds, Senator Chuck Grassley, and Representatives Ashley Hinson, Randy Feenstra, and Marinette Miller Meeks. The keynote speaker was Homeland Security Kristi Noem. Key talking points included ICE and the arrest of Des Moines former superintendent, and of course the current government shutdown. Hinson is blaming the Senate Majority Leader.
Get its way. Here's who he hurts. He hurts moms who count on nutrition assistance, who are struggling paycheck to paycheck. He hurts our veterans. He hurts our seniors. He hurts our troops and our Border Patrol agents, the very people who work every single day to keep our country safe. They will be having to go without pay. So that's unacceptable.
This is the last Roast and Ride since Ernst says she is not seeking re-election. Israel says it is ready to receive the hostages as part of the first phase of the ceasefire agreement with Hamas. President Trump is on his way to the Middle East, scheduled to arrive in Israel Monday morning. There he will address the Knesset.
President Trump leaving Washington Sunday on his way to Israel ahead of Monday's expected release of the hostages still being held in Gaza.
Everybody's very excited about this moment in time.
The first phase of the ceasefire deal calls for the return of all 48 remaining hostages. 28 are presumed to have died, but 20 are believed to be alive. Their families anxiously awaiting their return.
Really excited. Like, I haven't smiled like this in, probably over 2 years at this point. And I'm also a little nervous, of course. I'm sort of bracing for what will come with it, how he will look, what condition he will be in.
The IDF making preparations for their return, releasing these images of the initial reception area where those hostages will be welcomed as they cross into Israel. Hospitals preparing to treat them after 2 long years in captivity.
Every returnee has a capsule of caregivers, a doctor, a nurse, a psychosocial worker. They all take care of one returnee, and that's the same team that will follow him in rehabilitation.
In Gaza, tens of thousands are streaming back to what's left of their homes, finding catastrophic destruction. We could not find our home, this man says. There are no streets, no life, nothing that is recognizable. Humanitarian organizations say they are preparing to surge much-needed food, medicine, and other supplies into Gaza. Some aid trucks already arriving in Khan Yunis. But many questions still remain over what comes next, including whether Hamas will disarm and how Gaza will be governed after the war. The vice president says he believes we are on the cusp of true peace in the Middle East.
I think this is a great moment for our country. Our country should be proud of our diplomats who made this happen.
During his visit to Israel, President Trump is expected to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and also address the Knesset, and he's set to attend an international peace summit in Egypt. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Jerusalem.